All right, there, Department of Public Safety hat there, buddy. Hey,
It's not my
episode
real hat.
6.
It's not my hat.
Okay, it's not your hat. But yeah, it looks cool. Anyway, episode 6, guys.
Does it look cool? Really?
Yeah, it does. It looks good.
good.
Y'all think his hat looks good? Give him a thumbs up. Comment down below. Hey, episode 6. On episode 5, we talked about a thing we're going to show you.
The thing.
The thing we talk about.
It's bright out here.
It
Could
is
you
bright
hurry
out here.
with
We're going to
This
hurry
is
up.
nuts.
All right, we're going to turn around and let you see the thing.
The thing. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
All right, guys. I got me
There's the thing.
a Tahoe.
You
I
finally
finally
got
got
him
him
a
a Tahoe. I'm going to just do a little black on black 2005 Z71 Tahoe. Look, Chris is looking all walking around it. Hey, watch out. Watch out. Watch out. It looks good, guys.
That's
It looks
pretty,
good.
man. That is pretty.
And just to let you know, just a quick flash. That's all you can see. That's all you can see. I'm not going to let them see anymore. Hey, you'll see on the next video something cool. Chris, oh,
Home, James.
home, James. Bye, guys.
Every day.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Everyday Christian back with another reaction. It's a little different, but just as relevant. I'm Big Chris,
And I'm Little Barry.
and we're here to react to something pretty neat, Barry.
Yeah.
What do you? I mean, I think this is really, really cool, man.
So, we talked back a few episodes ago about us doing things to better ourselves and make us more of a man to protect our family. And one of those things is we've become security guards, level 3 armed security guards.
And some of y'all are going, how does that make you more of a... Okay, we set some goals is what it is. We wanted to do some things in our lives and set some goals, and we finished those goals. That's how it makes us more of a man.
So, here's one thing that we want to get very clear. We are not police officers.
We are not police officers at all.
By all means, these badges
Badges? We don't need no stinking badges.
right here say security officer on it, so you should be able to see it says security officer.
we're just security,
On
that's
the
all it
back
is.
of mine, it says security.
Suck already.
We are level 3 security, which is armed security guards. We are not out here impersonating police officers, and nor will we ever impersonate police officers. So we actually work for a company called Quality Consulting and Security Services Incorporated. They are out of Bullard, Texas. So if you're in the East Texas area and you need some security or you need somebody to do some work for you guys and you're looking for somebody that's a great company, you give these guys a call, 903-597-5489. Again, that number is 903-597-5489. Those guys will be able to set you up. And if you're looking for us to do the security, you can request us to do the job. This is a part-time gig. This is by no means our full-time thing, but this is something that we're doing on the side to make a little bit extra money and also help out a buddy of ours, the owner of this company I've known for a long, long time. And it just came an opportunity that we could become level 3 security guards, and that's what we're doing.
So the point of it is we live in a weird world, man. We
do.
live in a weird world, and I never had a desire to be a police officer. I did have a desire to be military. My father was military. My grandfather was military, and I never took that path. And Barry has said several times that one of his goals was to be a police officer, but we just never took those paths. So when the world started becoming what it was, we started having conversations about how to be better people.
Right.
So we set some goals in our lives and decided that he wanted to... The relationship worked out that his dad got us hooked up with this opportunity, who is a 40-year...
He's almost 50 years.
Almost 50 years
48
of being a
48-year
peace
law
officer in law enforcement, and you wanted to follow your dad's
Mm-hmm.
lead with that. But the way the world works sometimes is we can't always do that. And so for us to be able to be in the ministry, which is what we do as a youth pastor, and Barry is by my side all the time, worship pastor, Barry's by my side all the time, we had to have jobs that we have a consistent schedule. And so this was literally a thought of saying, what if we both lost our jobs, which we don't want to happen? We could have another credential that we could go provide for our families in this weird time. And now with this COVID-19 thing going on, there are folks that have lost their jobs. If that were to happen to Barry and I, hopefully we could bounce back with this new credential, this license we have. So this is a reaction to the fact that we got our licenses in.
What we gonna do now?
just sit here and wait for something to happen.
Right on, brother. We went through the class. We did the training. We're still doing more training. Our training hasn't
every
stopped.
day. We're trying to get better. We'll be doing. My dad's going to be. He's a master firearms instructor, so we'll be doing some more shooting type stuff, learning to manipulate firearms, things of that nature. Always trying. We talked about doing judo or jiu-jitsu or something along the lines, and just further advance the opportunities and making us more of a protector for our household.
And I'm down 25 pounds. I told you that was one of my goals, to lose some weight. I'm down 25. This shirt fits a little better now.
It does.
Give me a couple more months, it'll fit even better, because I want to be healthy. I want to be there. So providing for my kids is not necessarily just money. It's also providing them with time, effort, be able to throw the ball outside and run around with them and not be out of breath all the time.
And live longer.
To live longer, just to be there for them. These are ways that we wanted to provide for our families. Now, to kind of shift it a little bit to the EDC part, to the everyday Christian, but also the everyday carry, we wanted to talk about our some of the weapons that we carry, like my duty pistol and some different things that Barry has on his vest. See, I went ahead and wore my shirt, because I thought I like my shirt. I feel like we earned this shirt.
We top flight security of the world, Craig.
Like
When
really
I'm on duty, I will have that same shirt on underneath this.
you can look at our Instagram and see Barry in full gear.
Yeah, I will actually have that uniform on. But this is just something this is a piece of equipment that I carry. It's a level 4 bulletproof vest, which stops up to 308 rounds. So it's important if you're in the level 3 duty. So it's one of those things where luckily I've had the means to get one, and I'm going to get Chris one set up too, where he'll have something as well. So it's one of those things where this is just kind of my gear. I mean, handcuffs. I always have handcuffs if we have to detain someone or arrest them.
Book them down.
Hopefully we'll never have to do that. I always have my
The tourniquet.
a cat tourniquet. Chris has got one as well. These are actually Shield Arms. Shout out to Shield Arms. They make a 15 round magazine for a Glock 48 and Glock 43X. These are 15 round mags. These are not the round magazines I carry on duty. I carry a Glock 19 with a Streamlight TLR1, and I will have these in here. I also have my trusty flashlight. I always gotta have a flashlight. On this side, I have a medical pouch. It's an IFAK. It's got things that if I do get shot, somebody can actually work and help.
There's
me.
a wasp above you, so this might get interesting. You want to see a big dude dance?
You can't make me do it. You can't make me do it. He did it.
Anyway, it's got an IFAK, so that way it handles me. Anyway, forget the wasp, it ain't gonna hurt me. But it handles if I do get in a trauma situation. Somebody could actually help me and use this stuff to help me. This side I've got a knife, a little protection knife. But that's kind of pretty much it that I carry.
Well,
So-
you also have, and something that I thought was really, really neat. This is really, really
No
neat.
handcuff key.
When you start getting into this industry and these bits, this is the handcuff key. It looks like a tactical
A pin.
pin,
Yep.
but it's also a handcuff
It's a
key
handcuff
as well.
key, and this is where I put my phone, which right now it's not in here because we're using it to record this video. But when I do, I put my phone in there.
So I wanted Barry to wear this and actually break down some of the things that we will carry on our duty, on our patrol, or when we're in an event, or when it's the personal security job.
Yep.
Both of us have most of all these things that we carry. Now I think it's really interesting how intricate some of this stuff is. As we've learned, as we've done research, and as we've gone through the classes and the training, it's really, really relevant. And you need to understand this. Like we said from the jump, we are not police officers. Nowhere close. But some of the ideas are still the same.
Yep.
Some of the ideas are still the same. Like you're talking about with
The tourniquet.
tourniquet.
Perfect. You have to be able to reach the tourniquet with either hand. So if you have it here on this side, you can't reach to it on that side. You have to be able to reach it with both hands because you don't know what side could get shot. So I'll keep all of my stuff here. A lot of people like to keep it slick up front, but I like to keep my stuff here. I'm hopefully not going to have to be crawling on the ground doing crazy stuff like that. And hopefully I never have to use any of this stuff. That's my main key. I don't want to ever have to use anything. But like I said before, it's better to have it and not need it than to not have it when you need it. So anyway, tourniquet's there because you always want to be able to use it, get it with each hand. And the magazines I keep on this side because I'm left-handed, and I use these to reload.
And so I wanted to talk about, and when you talk about the magazines, once again, Shield,
Yep. Shield arms.
Shield arms. These are.
Go check them out.
Go check it out. It's a single stack.
If you've got a 48 or a 43X, you have this gives you 15 rounds versus the 10, and they're not in stock most of the time. They're usually sold out as quick as they get them. So get signed up for that notification, that little link saying that they'll notify you back when they're in stock.
So I wanted to talk about a little bit about what I carry when we're on duty. So it's taken a lot of research and a lot of different things that you have to have skill-wise, but also tool-wise to make this happen. And Barry talked about on his pistol, he has a TLR-1 HL Streamlight. Now, the reason for that is...
Show and make clear. Make sure that it's clear.
Make it clear.
Magazine's out.
It'll hold, but I don't want it to hold.
Yeah, hold it real quick.
All right, there we go.
So we can show
it's clear.
Nothing's in there. We're all good. It's clear.
It's all clear. So the cool thing about this weapon is it's not so much the weapon as much as it is the TLR-1 light. It goes with my holster.
Black Hawk Omnivore.
The Black Hawk Omnivore holster. Now it has to be a level 3 compliant holster for you to be able to actually carry a pistol on duty when you're actually working an event or working a route. You can't just have a regular leather holster or even
you gotta have something that's made towards that gun. That where you're able to. It has to have a mechanical release. It has to have a button. It has to have a flip. It has to have something along those lines. So with that holster, it locks around the light. So that's what makes this holster awesome, is the fact that it doesn't matter what gun you have. You can even check their Black Hawk website. It does not matter what gun you have. Any gun will fit that holster as long as it has that light attached to the bottom of it.
So that was really, really neat and really interesting for me to learn like I said, as we're going through this process of bettering myself with handguns, bettering myself with just different tools and things that are at our disposal. Why not learn about it? We have the internet. That's where this video is going to be, is the internet. Why not learn about a tourniquet? Why not learn about a vest? Why not take a chance and go actually get in a class, pay for some training to actually get a credential that might help provide for my family? See, I don't have a desire to be a police officer, but I do have a desire to provide for my family. I do have a desire for my wife to not have to work as hard as she does. I do have a desire for my kids to maybe grow up understanding the power of work ethic, maybe understanding the power of being multidimensional, diversifying, not just being one person with one calling, but having skills and tools to go out in this world and make an impact, make a difference, and actually help a lot of other people.
That's right.
So that's what this company has allowed for us to do: quality consulting and security services. Once again, that number is 903-597-5489. If you are in the East Texas area and you have something you need secured, they can secure it. Give them a call.
So now we're going to talk about my pistol. This is my off duty. This is what I carry on me most of the time, my everyday carry pistol. We've talked about it on the show, on the episodes of Glock 48. This is my pistol. I'm going to go ahead and show Chris that it is clear.
It's clear.
No magazine.
Clear.
Clear. Okay. This is my Glock 48, which these magazines work for. This is my everyday carry holster. It's one of those things where people look at it and go, that's your holster? Yes, this is my holster. How this holster works is it is a over the trigger guard. It just takes over the trigger guard, and you can put it on your belt. It locks on your belt. As soon as it locks on your belt, when you go to pull, snaps off, and you have the gun available. It's very simple, very minimalist, which I love because I wear appendix. When I wear appendix, when the big holsters, it's not very comfortable. So this makes it very comfortable, and it's also one of those things where if I don't have this on, you can't see that I have a gun on. There's no way. It doesn't print much. It's very slim with 30 rounds in my pocket. I usually carry one in the gun, which is 15 plus one, and then I always carry one in my pocket or some other pocket that I'll have with me at all times. So that's 31 rounds. So my duty gun, I wear the same holster as Chris, as a Black Hawk Omnivore, but I have a drop leg holster, which it's down here, because it's with this, sometimes you have to reach a little bit lower, and it makes it easier to draw the gun.
And you draw with the other hand.
And I draw left-handed as well.
And you draw left-handed because you're left-handed.
It's a drop leg holster that I usually carry a Glock 19 with a Vortex Venom red dot on top. So I stand by Glock. I've always been a Glock guy.
I stand by any gun that I get proficient with. I don't care. I'll drive a Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Toyota, Nissan. I don't care. If it'll get me from point A to point B and can put some horsepower,
It is.
I'm
It's
cool
really.
with it.
It's whatever. It's honestly. It's whatever you feel.
It's your
comfortable in
preference.
hand.
Yeah, it's your preference.
What feels comfortable in your hand and what you know is going to go bang every time you pull a trigger. And just my dad's been a cop for like I said, 48 years. He's one of those things where he's lived and died by the Glock. The Glock saved his life multiple times. So it's one of those things where I want to follow my footsteps of my father, and I've always had Glocks. So. Like I said, people might comment that's a Glock fanboy, but yeah, it works. Like I said, but there's multiple guns out there. Smith & Wesson, there's IWI, there's.
We know a guy that is a Sig Sauer junkie.
Yep, 6 hour.
Gotta be a Sig.
There's
If it's not a
wonderful
Sig,
guns.
it won't even fire a straight bullet. If it doesn't sit, it'll fire once in stovepipe. That's all. If it's not a Sig, see, and that's okay. Like you said, whatever your preference is,
Whatever feels good.
whatever
in your
feels
hands
good
and
in your
when
hand.
What you're comfortable
that
with.
that gun, that Ruger Security 9, feels good in my hand. I'm proficient with it. I practice with it. It feels good. That's it. That's the only reason I carry it. I mean, am I going to carry that forever? Nope. I don't know. Usually, my concealed is not in a holster, but it has a safety. It's a Ruger TC. I mean, excuse me. It's a Taurus TCP or a Taurus 38 Ultralight. Like, there's different things to carry that you can get. A lot of people like a more expensive gun or whatever, but it's really what feels good in your hand, what you get proficient with.
Yep. Like I said, I'd recommend anybody that's ever going to do EDC, anybody that's going to get their concealed handgun license, which we both have our concealed handgun license and we have our level 3 security licenses. If you have your concealed handgun license, do not carry until you get some training with it.
Absolutely.
You have to become proficient with it. You have to be able to make sure your gun runs with your personal protection ammo. So I would actually recommend you getting a box of hollow points, whatever you choose. We can get into that. If you need more details, holler at us. We can talk about that more. But whatever you have or whatever you choose to carry with hollow point, run a full box through your gun to make sure it feeds right. Learn about the laws in your state, whatever state you're in. Learn about those laws. Make sure that you understand when you can and when you cannot use deadly force. Make sure that you get proficient in everything that you're doing with that gun. Always think every gun is loaded. Make sure you think that every gun is loaded.
Which is why a while ago we showed you clear. We do that every time when we talk about guns and when we're
visiting,
training and
showing
practicing.
people,
We're
it's
always
everything.
doing that.
We always put chamber flags in when we're at the range. I mean, it's those things where we always want to make sure it's clear, and also make sure what you're surrounding, what you're shooting at, and behind it. There's things. I mean, very deadly situations that people come in contact with, and people have gotten sued in the past for shooting somebody behind somebody, just because they're trying to protect themselves. So it's one of those things where you just need to make sure you have the proper training. There's plenty of people out there that are doing training classes. You can Google anything you need to find out. If you need some contacts, get with us, shoot us a message, and we'll get you in contact with some people in that area. We'll try to do some research for you, help you out in that aspect. But always make sure that you have plenty of training before you carry, because your life is not worth going to jail for because you could go to jail. You can go to jail for murder if you don't know your laws in your states and things of that nature. So it's one of those things where you want to make sure that you are up to date on all your training, all your laws, your concealed handgun license, making sure that it's there, ready to rock and roll, and be safe out there for sure, guys.
The great part about this is a lot of this, as far as the equipment, is opinion.
Yep.
If you disagree with our opinion, comment below. Tell us what you think.
And guess what?
If you disagree with the mindset,
works great for you.
Whatever works great for you, we want to know. We want to know what you think. If you agree, if you have some critique, some thought process, let us know. There's some folks that you can watch online that we watch and we pay attention to.
Warrior Poet Society is a great one.
Tim Kennedy. Anything by Tim Kennedy.
Yep.
And one of my favorite statements that Tim Kennedy always makes is, you're always tactical, even when you just have a cell phone and a smile. You're always tactical. I mean, it's
situational awareness.
Situational awareness. I'm teaching my kids situational awareness. I have kids that are fixing to start driving. We teach some of our youth group folks situational awareness, because we have girls that don't have older brothers or older sisters, or maybe their parents aren't always around. We teach them situational awareness. Always be aware of where you're at, where you're going, how to get back to where you want to be. If you're in a place you don't want to be, remove yourself. We've availed ourselves of saying, hey, look, give us a call. We'll come pick you up. There's been times we've done that just because we care enough about the people that we're around. Also, that's why we carry a gun. That's why you get proficient with, whether it be hand-to-hand combat, with firearms, whatever. Now, maybe maybe you just want to have an opportunity. That's what was one of the things we wanted, was an opportunity to expand our horizons and have another credential. And I think we've done a great job so far. We're moving forward. We're getting better. Check that one off the list, Barry.
That
Congratulations, sir. I know we're not supposed to, but congratulations.
Special Officer Goofy reporting.
And if you feel like this is something you want, if you guys want more episodes on this thing, or if you feel like, hey, this is a great subject, I'd like to talk about more about guns or things of that nature, please comment down below. We can actually do a little bit more. We can actually do some things like that. I by no means am I a master at anything, but I've got enough training in my life to be able to get you headed in the right direction. And there's multiple people in this world that we can answer questions or ask questions to that are much more proficient than I am. I by no means am I a master, like I said, but we can get you headed in the right direction. But we can talk about more things like this. If this is something you guys want, we can do that. Just comment down below.
Season 2, episode
6.
Season 2, episode 6.
Security
EDC,
division. The security version.
The security version. Our reaction to the fact we got our licenses, check something off the goal list. Congratulations, little Barry.
Congratulations, Big Chris.
Hey, look, this is just fun. This is just videos about our lives. We want to let you know. Remember, no one's perfect.
But every day we're trying.
Every single day.
Peace.
Hey, Big Chris, what you doing over there?
Man, I'm at StoneWallets.com.
You better use that promo code. It gets you 20% off on your entire purchase.
What's the promo code?
EDC20.
And be sure to join the Everyday Christian movement and cop your EDC merch in the Everyday Christian store at teespring.com. That's TEEspring.com. We've got tees, hoodies, and leggings in all sizes, kids to adult. And if we ain't got it, we can get it.